All right. Hello, everybody. This is Marcus and Sexton here, and we're back for year two of our recruiting podcast. We look at the top 30 and some other notable prospects. How you doing, man?
I am doing just fine. It's hot here, but I'm surviving.
Understandable. So, do you want to just hop right into this thing?
Yes, sure. Go right into number 30,
All right. Number
Tasos
30.
Alderis,
Yep.
right?
Tasso Silderis, a power forward from Revere, Massachusetts, who has 2 pro potential, 2 winning, 5 loyalty, 0 prestige, 2 education, and he has no storylines, no traits.
Yeah. So the first of many zero prestiges, which is makes it really interesting as to who would go for all of these, especially if this is a lower guy. My thoughts are: I took a look at everyone that has 100 loyalty or close to it, and is not terribly prestigious. And I came up with like a list of like UCF,
Yeah, Cam.
NC State,
That is if Ben
maybe
actually doesn't
UConn.
TBA, guys.
Yeah, so just all of those. The people that have the 100 loyalty or close to it have a best shot at him, because there's not much to say on loyalty, but if you just hammer your value that you have, then it's probably good enough to win this guy.
Yeah, I would have said because Pork he just went to Illinois State, and Illinois State obviously is not good, but he snaked with 3 years up in his contract, so he's fallen down only to 65 loyalty, so he's obviously out of the race. Um,
65.
yeah, I'd say
Whoa.
I'd say threes has a chance at this guy if he comes back.
Threes. I actually don't know how their prestige is.
It's well, they just made the NT, but it's I'll check right now. It's not. I don't think it's great. Yeah, it's like it's middle of the pack. It's not nothing spectacular.
Oh, okay. Well,
So he's a dark horse, I'd say. All right. So then we can head on to number 29. That is this guy's gonna be super competitive, I think. Anthony Perry. He is from Appleton, Wisconsin, a shooting guard. 5 location, 2 pro potential, 4 winning, 4 prestige, 4 education, and he's a liberal arts major. And he has the storyline of he's the shoes guy, the guy with the buffed shoes.
shoes guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Upper Midwest, and like we just got another Upper Midwest team.
But
So
Illinois
now
State
that
can't
that
pitch
makes
it.
it,
I don't think Illinois
you
State's gonna
know,
be able to pitch 4 prestige, 4 winning.
that's true. But you can they were a good JUCO team. I guess you could do something with it. But Appleton is well, I'll figure it out. But the immediately come. We just got a Wisconsin coach. I guess same thing with prestige and winning. But this makes me think that it's a Loyola guy, maybe.
Yeah, that was the first thing that came off to me as well.
Creighton, even.
Creighton has 1
Just,
scholarship
just,
open.
just because of the dearth of there's not that many coaches up there that can do prestige and winning at this point.
Yeah, and
So Creighton just comes to mind because it's definitely a possibility. They're close enough.
yeah, they return they're like number 3 in returning talent. Creighton's prestigious enough, and obviously they're close enough to take advantage of the location.
And Creighton liberal arts, that sounds right to me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, of course, Gag knows better than all of us about education there, but he can definitely win this guy if he really wanted to. Next up, we have number 28. That's Eddie Sullivan. She is a small forward out of Molina, Illinois. 3 location, 4 playing time, 2 winning, 5 loyalty, 5 prestige, 2 education, 2 campus life.
So Moline, off the top of your head where Moline is?
No clue.
It is across the river from Davenport, Iowa.
Oh.
So it's a maybe Iowa State can go if we're just looking at the location. Iowa State, Illinois, Iowa. Although I don't think Pistons is going to be writing many pitches.
And he's not gonna win a 5 loyalty recruit.
Yeah, that too.
You could probably go there for this guy if you really wanted to.
That's another gag. Another Xavier could take this guy. Indiana, Purdue.
Who else?
Louisville. That's an interesting one. If only Ghost hadn't left a bunch of times and come back to Illinois. Because if he was at Illinois or Iowa, he could maybe win this guy. Iowa is probably the closest school to this person.
Yeah, I think it is.
So he'd have the easy 3 on location.
Now, I will say he does have the trait, want to know the coach's history with recruiting promises. And that could play a big role because you got to be able to back that up. And I think Pi at Louisville is a guy because I've read a lot of his pitches. Each of them has some sort of promise that he's like, oh, you'll play this time, and I've backed it up. That's why I think he's a candidate for this guy.
Yeah, Pi does well with cracking his promises. So that's a good shout. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of Midwest guys. There's just so many fucking Midwest teams now. Yeah. Exactly. The next of this guy's going to be very competitive. Brian Geyser, the 56 overall center from Pierre, South Dakota, with a 0 location, 4 playing time, 2 winning, 2 loyalty, 3 prestige, 4 campus life. And he has the sibling storyline. His sibling plays at Hawaii, but it's a 1, so it makes no difference.
Well, even so, every 0 location person, and there are 3 of them in the 5-star range, is a Hawaii is looking for Hawaii.
No, there's 4. There's actually 4 0 location.
There are 4.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I can't count. But easy win down here. But South Dakota is, as Bogatti pointed out, just about as far away from everyone as it could be.
Yeah.
Unless you're Minnesota, I guess.
The issue I have with Bogatti is he only has 1 spot, so he can't exactly pitch the playing time, and he's probably going to be going for the higher guys.
Only one of the 4 0 locations will go to Hawaii. So
yeah.
The other 3 are anyone's game, I guess.
I will say one guy I think could be underrated. Whoever takes Florida, because Florida, prestigious school, they just came up one of the best seasons in their history. You can easily pitch campus life at Florida. They lost a bunch of guys, and Florida is like a Hawaii light for 0 location.
Yeah, I was going to say if you're going to go for the 0 location, it probably works to have a completely different climate. So South Dakota, kind of cold, I'd say.
Southern California,
your warm
Florida.
Climate places, your Arizonas, UCLA, San Diego State. Any of those that don't have a lot of scholarships or don't have a big man.
I'd say Tulane is definitely in the mix for this as well.
You know what? I thought Tulane and didn't say it for no good reason. So yeah, Tulane's a good choice too. Yeah. Campus life, always good.
Crom's probably one of the best campus life pitchers there is. Yeah. All right. Number 26. It is Andrew Lewis, the power forward from Washington D.C. He sports a 0 pro potential, the last year of 0 PP.
What?
Yeah.
No. Not 0 PP.
4 playing time, 3 winning, 4 loyalty, 4 prestige, and 3 campus life.
Yeah. I see. Again, that's a tough one. Good prestige, but 0 PP. And good loyalty too. So my 2 suggestions for this one were Dan Mann at Memphis or Bags at Indiana.
Yeah, that's definitely 2 guys you could see in there. If you're going for the one team I haven't seen send a lot of pros recently is Oklahoma, and Tim Duncan's been there forever. He's like, he's the longest tenured coach in NCBCA.
They always end up winning, so that's a good point too.
Yeah, they haven't been like super spectacular as of late, but it's still a prestigious school. He can obviously pitch the loyalty really well, and I haven't checked their team out, but they probably have enough space for a guy. Let me check real quick.
3 scholarships.
Yeah, that you can pitch that.
Yeah, that's doable for sure.
Yeah, and they who's this guy? He's a shooting forward. They have 1 on the team, and he's a 60 overall. So yeah, you could probably pitch that. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. Now this is going to be. I had my eye on this one. Number 25, Jonathan Fez. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I always think it's Feish, something
Feish?
like that.
It sounds kind of like
Feish, yeah,
German or just has some European name for sure. But he is
German.
another shooting forward from, or sorry, not shooting, small forward from Madisonville, Kentucky. A 4 location, 3 playing time, 4 winning, 2 loyalty, 3 prestige, and 5 campus life. This
So
another Kentucky guy.
with the location, it's again makes me think Louisville, Kentucky even.
I could see
But Kentucky couldn't do the winning as well.
I
But
could see
they've got a
yeah.
decent little team.
I could see Virginia.
Virginia, yeah. It's a little low for them to go for, but they do have like what 5 scholarships
3.
to fill.
3. He got
Okay.
screwed by EE, so he's got a lot of extra spots.
I'm thinking maybe Tennessee. Although the prestige trade is a consistent program, that's probably not exactly it.
I mean, they've been consistently shit, so like they didn't make the NCAA for like 25 years.
Yeah, that's consistent.
You could definitely see. I guess you could see like Bags or Block going in for this guy as well if they really wanted to.
Yeah, Plonk has a lot of scholarships open, right?
5.
Yeah, so he went for 28 last year, so that's definitely in the wheelhouse this cycle going around.
Yeah, for sure. We also got to remember that now high schools are worth 20% of the location trait. So in this case, it doesn't matter because his high school is also Madisonville. But for guys like Eddie Sullivan, he's from Moline, but he went to a Chicago high school. So Loyola could use that angle, for example.
That's true. Yes.
And then we go on to another hotly contested recruit, which is 24 Philip McBride. He is a 57 overall guard from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. He has 2 location, 2 pro potential, 4 playing time, 3 loyalty, 2 prestige, and he's got the storyline that he has the brother, and you have to pitch how they'll enjoy living on campus.
McBride, number 154.
Yeah, so you got a scholarship on
2
both.
location, 5 loyalty, 2 prestige, 3 education, 2 campus life. Journalism major. So.
This is only going to a guy who has someone who has a lot of spots, because realistically, if you have 4 few scholarships, you're not going to commit one to walk on.
I mean, probably not. So, I mean, you said hotly contested, and I wonder if that's actually true, because I think you're going to have to think really hard about taking this guy. If you're a blue blood, then you've got to work this 154 guy in to your starting lineup once a year.
I guess what you could do is you could schedule like 4 weeks of cake out of conference and schedule them and put them in there.
I guess, but that's what you'd have to do.
Yeah.
But I think that will severely limit who will go for this guy. I know Louisville's thinking about it. I know Auburn is thinking about it.
It would be kind of funny if Broods gets a scholarship to another 3-star.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You will have to scholarship a 3-star at this point. And I mean, maybe if you really wanted to, you could use that as a loyalty pitch at some point.
What makes this guy super interesting, he is a 48 close, so you have to make your decision real quick if you want this guy or not.
Oh, is it really 48 close?
Yeah.
Yeah. Time is running out.
Yeah.
So I know that maybe teams that are thinking about it may want to wait until they see next year's class.
Yeah, for sure. Because
like if you've got to commit 2 scholarships right now to these 2 guys, then maybe you want to know if you're going to need those scholarships next year. So we'll have to wait and see on this one.
Now, actually, no, this guy's gonna be super contested. I've heard at least 4 people who who are talking about going for him. It's 23 Lafayette Garrison, and his build is sick, by the way. He's from Rock Hill, South Carolina. He's got 2 pro potential, 4 playing time, 4 winning, 2 loyalty, 3 prestige, 0 education, and 2 campus life.
Okay.
I've heard Georgia.
Oh my goodness, 94 jumping.
Georgia, LSU, Louisville.
High school senior. And 64 3-pointers. So a Oh my goodness, that's an interesting build, all right.
Yeah,
Um,
this guy's gonna be. I think this is gonna be the really hotly contested guy because this guy's build is just so freaking good.
and it's Rock Hill, South Carolina. No location support. 0 EDU.
And his trait is that he wants to play for a team that played in the NT last year, so that basically eliminates any of the lower end guys.
So who likes 0 EDU?
I'd say, I
But
mean,
won
Xavier
last
is
year.
zero. Xavier is a zero education merchant, but I don't know if I'm gonna go for this guy yet. I haven't written a pitch.
Do you have the scholarship playing time available for him?
I mean, Jared Johnson was a power forward, and he's gone because that's 18 points a game.
Hmm.
Georgia, I
Well, I
think,
mean,
could pitch
that
this.
does this does eliminate most of the 0 EDU merchants, I feel.
Houston is
San
not
Diego
too well.
State could do it. I
So,
know he's done 0 EDU
sorry,
before.
who?
San Diego State,
Yeah,
Jackman.
that's definitely fair. I was gonna
Strong could
say
do it. You're absolutely right.
LSU. I mean,
LSU.
they just won the NT, so you could definitely use
Yeah,
that as a
that's
pitch.
true. Wants to play for a team that won the NT last year? Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Do they have playing time for him though?
I don't know if they
I
do.
actually don't know. LSU has 7 scholarships. That could be
Okay,
tough.
yeah, maybe not. Georgia, I think, is a possibility though.
Georgia's good score too,
Georgia
though.
has four scholarships open, and they have no notable forwards on the. Well, they have a bunch of forwards, but they have no power forward specifically.
Isn't Loyola a school that doesn't really do much
Yes, they're
EDU
not
stuff?
great.
They at least have 3
Actually, no.
scholarships open.
They have no
Oh,
forwards on the team. They could actually pitch that.
well, there you go.
I don't know how many
They
scholarships
got.
Tofu has though.
They have the 3 open,
3.
so
Okay,
it's better
it
than
works.
1, but it's not great.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of people I could see this go to, but basically, if you're not good at education and you made the NT last year, give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 22 is Greg Lackey. He's a point guard from Morris Plains, New Jersey. 2 location, 2 pro potential, 2 playing time, 2 winning, 4 loyalty, 3 education, 3 campus life. Oh my god.
Engineering major.
This sounds like Purdue.
So it sounds like Purdue, but as we all know, Virginia could absolutely do it too, probably.
Yes, that's fair.
I don't know how much else to say about it, but it does look a lot like number 2 last year.
Bunch of 2s, bunch of 3s.
Yeah, where there's a lot of 2s and then one large value and then maybe 2 3s ish.
Yeah, and he has no traits at all.
So, got an engineering. If you have an engineering school, go for it.
Yeah, which is why I pitched Purdue. Or I think Plock actually did the engineering program at Purdue, so he can use that to his advantage.
Exactly.
And then next up, we get to probably the biggest lock of the cycle, Rodrigo Millet. He has 2 prestige and 5 LSU legacy storylines. So this is LSU for sure.
The 2-lane lock, I think.
I mean, now this makes things interesting because if LSU gets this guy, they have no more scholarships, which makes 23 Lafayette Garrison a lot more open.
That's true. If LSU wants anyone else, they can kind of give this guy up, which is advice to everyone: write a pitch for 21.
Yeah.
To talk about your prestige, because I mean, if LSU gets literally anyone else, there are 20 guys better than this guy that maybe LSU wants. So write a pitch for this guy.
He's only a 690.
Exactly. It won't be that hard.
If you're for storyline, if you're a team that won a championship recently, a very prestigious school, then that's your calling.
There you go. So it could be right for the taking.
All right.
Just have something ready.
Yeah.
Spend an hour.
Not even that. Just put something together for this guy.
Just one value.
Now I do want to take a look at the JUCOs real quick because there are some absolutely juiced JUCOs in this year's class. And that starts off with Antonio Wilbert, a 71 center with 80 height. And he's a 2 location, 2 winning, 3 prestige, 2 education from Oaktown, Indiana. Like, this guy's build is ridiculous for a JUCO.
Well, we have you to thank, right?
Yeah.
For all of these JUCOs. Let's see, who could go for this guy? Indiana?
Purdue, Indiana.
Oh. Yeah, I think Bags like this one, right?
Yeah, he was talking about
if the college plays into it, he played at DePaul. That's Chicago. So
yeah, I think college is like high school, so they're worth about 20% of the grade. So yeah.
Yes. So I mean, since location's at 2, and there are only 3s and 2s on this guy. Loyola, I know he's Tofu has dipped into before.
Royal Muhammad, I think, was his name. That was the first. That was the Tofu's JUCO guy who went pro. So yeah, he's got JUCO's got a pipeline.
Might not be a bad choice.
Then Marcus Castleberry, he is 3 location, 3 pro potential, 2 playing time, 5 winning, 3 prestige.
Stay away from this guy. He's mine.
Okay. We'll skip over him.
Mine.
Oral Roberts. He went to Oral Roberts. Okay. And then the last one I want to talk about is Alberto Villa, the last 70 overall. He is 30 location, 5 pro potential, 5 playing time, 2 prestige, 3 education, 3 campus life. Economics major from Chicago.
God, Chicago. Jesus.
There's so
many
Illinois
players that Illinois State can have. I mean, geez.
I don't know how they're going to pitch 5 pro potential or 5 winning.
Okay, well, the other Illinois schools can have the better ones, and then Illinois State can pick up the others.
But yeah, this guy's like he is a athletic merchant. He is the max in all of the athletics.
I mean,
like the JUCO max.
Potentially can do the playing time.
Yeah.
At Illinois State. So.
And then if he can pitch his old like Loyola or Florida pros, and then maybe he's gonna.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, all his new Florida pros from this year. Like, how many do you have? Like 4 go?
I'd have to see. But he had. I remember Sam Knox was there.
Yeah, definitely. So plenty of pros to draw on there, and then three location support to some extent. It's not bad.
Yep.
Not a bad idea.
All right, let's get back to the main show. Number 20 is Luke. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I don't know either. I got no help on this. This looks like a name that Timmy could help us with.
Yeah, this sounds like a Balkan name, but it's
Oshwia or something like that. Oshwia.
I'm not even gonna try.
I don't know.
But he is center from Los Angeles. 2 location, 2 pro potential, 3 playing time, 2 winning, 5 loyalty, 0 prestige. Another one of those guys. 3 education, and 4 campus life. He is a sports management / sports administration major.
Yeah, the 0 prestige again throws a wrench into. This was about to be a UCLA lock, and then bang, 0 prestige.
But if it's even 1 prestige.
Why my top target, my top. Team that should pitch him, I think, is USC.
Yeah, you can pitch that.
His agents don't have that prestige. They don't have the same prestige, but they have that location. They have presumably playing time.
They don't have loyalty though.
Definitely a campus life.
And
I know sports management is definitely something USC's got. So
yeah, the only problem is that loyalty is not great for USC because I believe USC cut a scholarship guy a few years ago.
Ooh, did they really?
Or they went over the limits or something like that. But I remember like L's loyalty, like I think it's like I have to check. I think it's at 100, but
and I just looked. He only has 1 scholarship, so maybe not.
Yeah, he lost 10 loyalty. So
right. Yeah. L is at 93 loyalty still.
Yeah, but I think he cut a scholarship guy, so he dropped from 100. So.
So yeah, feel free and pitch it, but if they could get away with it, if no one notices. I also suggest Cal or Stanford.
Yeah.
Because they're not exactly there either yet, in terms of prestige, but they definitely have campus life to pitch.
San Diego State, maybe.
San Diego State for sure. Although again, a little balancing act between the loyalty and prestige.
Now, I would say Arizona actually has a pretty good shot at this guy. Panda's at 100 loyalty, Arizona hasn't been really that good for a while. They missed the NT, I think.
Arizona's campus life is good as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure, again, sports management, all of these schools have sports management. So
Yeah. So there you go.
if you're in the Southwest area, give them a chance. Just because of the two is going to matter a little bit. If you're in the Southwest, that doesn't mean if you're not there, you can't go for it with the loyalty and prestige.
Just gives you a
and
small
campus
advantage if
life.
you're there.
But it's a more of an uphill battle because you got to pitch the two location.
Yeah. So number 19, we have Ramon Perry, a guard from Twinsburg, Ohio. He is a 3-location, 5 winning, 2 loyalty, 5 prestige, 2 education, 5 campus life.
Xavier.
Yeah, you're right.
Marcus, this guy's yours. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Purdue could, if they really wanted to, they could try for it. I don't think Ohio State
Is that
or
a challenge? Are
yeah.
you challenging Glock right now?
No, I'm
Come
not.
get me.
I'm not. He's got other things to worry about. I don't
Look, I
think.
think he's challenging you. You should go for it.
Ignore what he says. Okay. So I don't.
Yeah.
Ohio
This
State.
is a pretty much. You have a lot of advantages on this one. So
Yeah, I mean, other
he's
close
probably
schools like
willing to go.
Ohio State / Cincinnati can't really pitch the other values that much. Yeah, I don't want to say it's a lock. I don't want to be too confident. I feel like if I really wanted to, I could win this guy.
Counting all your chickens before they hatched, Marcus. Look at you.
All right, let's move on. Number 18, Demetrius Jones, elite name by the way, from Chandler, Arizona. He's a senior
Oh my
location,
God.
2 pro potential, 3 winning, 5 loyalty, and 2 campus life. And he has the storyline. The storyline is a 5. He is the NBL stan.
That's right. And he so again, this guy with the NBL stand storyline. If he gets drafted highly, you get extra visits.
But if he
That's very
doesn't,
enticing.
though, then you're kind of
I
screwed.
mean, maybe not. I mean, this guy is what 18th. Out of personal experience, I had the 18th ranked in 2063.
Yeah, I think so. 2063.
2063, and he just went 7th overall. Very doable.
And even if you go second round, you lose nothing. So I think it's worth the risk.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that you lose DVs. I think that you're at the least you're probably looking at a wash on this guy, but high risk, high reward, or somewhat low risk, high reward. So
again, it's the 5 loyalty that's going to make the difference here.
Well, so there are again. This is the second 0 location guy there is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Bogatti's highest target.
I think it's his backup because he's mentioned going for 2 and 4, so I think this might be his backup.
Maybe, but that's a big reward.
It would be. Easy.
Tantalizing X4th CV, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much power that gives a coach for a 4th DV available?
A blue blood who has like 5 open scholarships would feast with this.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So
I'd say Virginia. Virginia's across the country. Obviously, Brock's been there forever. I think.
Yeah, it is essentially a 5 PP storyline, right?
Yeah.
So any of the PP merchants like Virginia, Purdue,
and East Coast merchants, that is.
Yes, because essentially, that actually really does help because I wouldn't call it Chandler, Arizona tropical, but it is hot, and that's Hawaii. So cold.
Boston College could go for this guy.
Boston College, absolutely. This guy is a big. He likes those.
Yeah, I believe apart from Hawaii, Boston College is the furthest school away from this guy.
That is probably right. Yes.
Yeah, I think so on the map. It's either them or Syracuse, and Syracuse won't compete for this guy.
I wouldn't say so, no. Do they have a coach?
Yeah, Jared, but Jared's a TBA merchant.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. Number 17, Patrick Tillman, I think, how it's pronounced. He is from Hercules, California. 0 pro potential, 3 playing time, 2 winning, 3 loyalty, 2 prestige, and 3 campus life.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to win 0 PP again if you're.
Yeah, for sure. 0 PP merchant.
And again, that makes it really really weird. I would. My first thought was Drake.
I mean, Drake. Okay, he wants to hear the coach's connection to school. Drake, Caleb can certainly pitch that.
Exactly.
The
And
only
then
issue
Party's
is, you think is Drake a party school? I don't know if they are.
Maybe you just don't hear about it. I don't know.
I'd say like Auburn, Arkansas, Memphis.
Oh, Auburn's interesting, actually. Yeah, that's a good guess. I was also going to suggest Wake Forest.
Yeah, Holden, the new guy.
Because new coach, but wants to hear the connection, and that's all he's talked about is his connection with the school, and no pros yet because it's a brand new coach. So, but Wake has had pros in the past, so
Yeah.
and will have pros in the very near future.
Yeah, because they return a bunch of good guys, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, they return a couple
those are my
71s.
thoughts. Anyone else for you or?
I don't know. I guess what's his other? I'd say yeah. I don't really. I can't really think of another one off the top of my head. Tennessee could try for him.
Yeah, that works.
Then we go to 16, which has, well, I think 16 is my favorite build in the class. Dusan Velkovic. He is from Belgrade, Serbia. He is 5 pro potential with the trait. Wants to be in a conference that will boost draft stock. 2 playing time, 4 winning, 2 education, 2 campus life.
Okay, well, this is a Balkan center.
We could, yeah, I think Timmy could go.
I think we're thinking the same team, right?
Yep.
Especially with again, Timmy has
probably the best
4 scholarships available.
Yeah, and Boston College is probably the best or second best PP school if you don't count Purdue.
And they're if memory serves, they're set up to win pretty well, right?
Yeah, I think they returned some decent guys. Let me check out their. Yeah, they're 9th in returning talent. They're good.
Yeah, so this guy's probably going to Boston College.
I know Indiana wants him. That Bags is pitching.
Interesting.
But yeah, this guy's build is nuts. 79 height, 88 strength, 91 jumping, 75 rebounding. Like, this guy is a freak.
That's a center, all right.
And we know how much Timmy loves his centers. Like with Timmy, it's centers and Boston and New York guards.
Exactly, and international guys.
Yeah, that's true.
So kind of tailor made for him, really. But yeah, we'll see.
Next up, we have Carlos Earl. He is. Oh well, there's your New York guy. He is a center, 4 location from New York, 4 pro potential, 2 playing time, 3 winning, 2 loyalty, and 2 campus life. Again, that screams Timmy. Wants to play for a school that will dominate their conference. Well, I mean, they've won like 2 straight ACC titles, and they just went undefeated in ACC play.
That's yeah. See, again, we're getting into Timmy has 4 scholarships, and so he's only going to get 4 guys. And I'm sure I've written down Boston College on more than 4 of these schools.
Yeah.
And if you in particular think that 16 has a better build than this guy, then maybe 15 slips through the cracks and someone else can get him.
I could see UMass. UMass is also pretty close.
I said UMass as well, yeah, and I also said St. John's.
Yeah, Matt.
That is New York. That's as close to New York as you're going to get.
I'm pretty sure that'd be the closest school to this guy. Yeah, but it would be.
It just have something available just in case.
Yeah, because you never know. Number 14, Jonathan Rhodes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
When the closes are on both class 2.
15 is 54 and 16 is 123. So that might throw a wrench in your plans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So,
maybe then 16, maybe Timmy fills up before 16, you can try to snag him then. That's what I can offer. And we have, speaking of Boston College, 14, Jonathan Rhodes has the two storyline of being a Boston College legacy. From Memphis, Tennessee, he is a 2 pro potential, 2 playing time, 2 winning, 4 loyalty, 5 prestige, 3 education, 5 campus life. If this was like a 4 or a 5 in storyline, I don't see how anybody else but Timmy could win this guy. The fact that it's a 2 makes it a little bit more open, but I still think he's the favorite with having that extra storyline factored in.
see, three guys that could probably go to BC right in a row, and I still have him on other lists. So we have to, you got to think that Timmy can get any of these guys, but he won't get all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So if it looks like it's a decent fit for you, still think about writing a pitch, right?
Yeah.
This guy no plans for the future. Does Timmy know his plans for the future? It's a good question, right? Um,
Yeah.
but if you're a school like Georgia, for example,
Or
or
Purdue, maybe.
Georgia, Virginia, Purdue, any of your prestige campus life merchants
There you
with
go.
high loyalty.
This is your
Yeah,
guy.
think about it. What's the close on this guy, Marcus?
72.
That's right in the middle there.
Yeah.
So maybe this guy goes, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Maybe Timmy makes some calculated decisions on early guys he doesn't actually want to get a better
You're
guy.
right.
You never know.
All right. Number 13 is Mike Slattery from Secaucus, New Jersey. He is 2 location, 2 pro potential, 4 playing time, 3 winning, 4 loyalty, and 4 campus life. This guy
I
feels
wrote down
weird. Like
I wrote down Boston College again. I gotta let you know.
yeah, I mean, this guy's. I don't think I've heard a single person talk about this guy yet. Like from anybody I've talked to, no one has mentioned 13
Well,
whatsoever.
where is Secaucus? Let's find out.
I could not tell you.
Secaucus is um,
It's in Newark, basically.
it's
So it's New
it's
York,
right
basically.
next to like Jersey City, across from Manhattan. So
So it's basically Greater New York.
it's basically New York, right?
So again,
So
St.
again,
John's.
I said BC, UVA, UMass, St. John's. Um, just if you can pitch your loyalty and campus life and have scholarships open, and you're in the general Mid-Atlantic area,
And this guy closes late
time's
too. He's
available.
a 123 close, so you can definitely snag this guy if other people fill up.
Yeah, I mean, saying if other people fill up is rough this year though,
Yeah, that's true.
because again, there's blue bloods with 7, 5, and 3 scholarships available. So
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of people will take a while to fill up.
This is true. And then you have your borderline blue buds. You have like your Creighton that only has one. Hawaii only has one. So like there's just a couple of like those fringe guys that all have few scholarships, but like the big guys that do. So yeah,
Yeah,
I just want to say
and
hey,
you know
just
that they
good
can
luck.
basically do whatever they want if they they put the effort in, and they will. So
Yeah, for sure.
you got to watch out. You can't rely on it, but you can. You should still try for it, right?
I'd definitely advise that. Next up, number 12, Philip Ruffin Jr. from Cleveland, Ohio. 5 location, 3 pro potential, 2 playing time, 2 winning, 2 prestige, 3 education, 4 campus life, business major, and the storyline of being a Duke legacy.
See, we haven't really said Duke yet that much, and
The 5 location doesn't
but
help them here.
the 5 location just kills it, right?
Yeah, it does.
So Cleveland makes me think that if you want him at Xavier, you probably can have him.
Yep.
Plock should look into it too.
Indiana should take a look. Ohio State should take a
Indiana,
look.
business. Who's got a good business
Indiana's
school?
got a good business school.
Indiana's a good business school. Okay. And I mean, the Ford campus life favors people that are going to their current school or did go. So this looks like it might go to Plock to me, but
We'll see how it
I
turns
can be
out.
convinced otherwise.
Well, I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a peek at this guy myself. Hard to pass up a 5 location in Ohio.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 11, Tim Smith. He is from Roseville, California. 3 location, 4 pro potential, 2 playing
Roseville.
time, 0 winning, 3 prestige, 2 education, 3 camp stuff. Again, this is a shell block, but the 0 winning throws it into disarray.
Yep, Roseville, top tier town, by the way. Love Roseville.
Where's that? Where's it about?
Roseville is north of the Bay Area. It's
Okay.
by Napa, by wine country. It's
Ca-
where
you
Charles
could.
Schultz, the Peanuts guy, died. He has an
Oh,
ice rink. He built an ice rink there. Played there many times.
Cal or
But
Stanford could take a
so
shot.
Stanford, Cal more than Stanford because Stanford made the NT last year.
I would
Um,
actually no.
doesn't want to fly to your school. That works easily for those two. And wants to know about your party scene. Cal students go nuts all the time. So
I'm not sure. Stanford doesn't have a reputation of being a party school.
who does? Sorry.
Stanford does not have that reputation of being a party school.
Well, if I asked my dad, I think he'd say different. But I did, for that reason, I did say Oregon State, maybe.
Oregon State's like
Oregon,
top 5 in returning talent, though.
Yeah, Oregon State parties. I know. I have another buddy that went to Oregon. They partied a lot. But you have to be creative on the 0 winning.
Yeah, I
But
think if somebody takes Oregon, they could
definitely
really try for this guy.
And that's a nice drive up to Oregon too from wine
Yeah, it's
country.
very. I've done the drive before. It's very scenic.
So doesn't want to fly. Make the beautiful drive, my friend.
UCSB. The UCSB is not too prestigious. It does not really that good. Has not been good winning. It's the next closest school after the Bay Area schools.
Pro potential.
I was
How is he?
about to say
How
that.
is he in pros? He's an old
Yeah,
guy,
he
right?
probably pitches old
So he's
guys.
had some.
USC maybe.
Yeah, that works. 3 campus life. That's good.
Yeah, USC. Well, always.
That's a party school.
I would say Nevada, but they just got removed, and they have no coach.
Yeah, they did. That's too bad.
All right. Do you want to take a gander at the GTs real quick, or at least a couple of them?
Yeah, I'll give a little.
Sorry, you're cutting out a bit.
We have. Oh, I'm sorry. You can be fine now.
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. I'll give a few GT hints out. There is one that has a very interesting storyline that we're going to be putting out. None of this is final, but we're looking into all of these storylines before they do go final. But we are thinking of a very high risk, high reward one that involves potentially any random player on your sim for 1/10 as a 1/10 chance. But if you take this up and get through the entire school year, you will get an extra coach visit.
Yep.
So that's a very interesting opportunity for anyone if they wanted to go after this guy. And this guy is one of the overalls in the GT class.
He is. I actually had my eye on him before GTs were even released, or like before they even were put on the sheet. I was looking at this guy as a GT.
So I mean, you could look at who they're but we've given this guy a very high risk, high reward storyline. People may want to look at that. Should be interesting.
Yeah, you wanna. Yeah.
I don't want to say who it is, but we'll. Well, okay. Actually, you've released the export, right?
I have.
It's Arvidas Kalnietis from Iowa State.
Yeah.
He was a 72 overall. He's a guard. Very, very plug and play guy. So if you want him, he comes with a high risk, high reward storyline. So we've got two. I found this interesting. John Kennedy, the relative of John F. Kennedy, is GTing this year, And there is another guard named Ben Harrison, also a president name. So we've got a storyline where you have to pitch Kennedy on who you believe is the worst U.S. president, and Harrison on who you believe is the best president. Inverted it, because people generally think Kennedy was a good president and Harrison was a bad president. So those two are sort of tied to each other. And anyone you saw, because you've made the export, you know who there is that you enjoy.
I like Sean Bell to Florida, the Dungeons and Dragons guy.
Oh, the Dungeons and Dragons guy. If you don't know much about D&D, you may want to look it up. It's fun to make a character anyway, so just go ahead and have some fun with it. You know, I've suggested that they play a certain module, and you make it for this guy. I would say maybe look at statistics, look at his ratings in this game, and see if he's got high strength. Give him high strength. Or if he has high IQ, give him high intelligence character, or something fun like that, right?
Yeah, something that relates to him as a player.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a really fun GT class, and I hope everyone enjoys all the story. Should come out very soon.
Yeah, there's only a couple of unfinished storylines, and there's one guy that doesn't have a storyline yet. Otherwise,
we did get some suggestions, so we might just plug those in as soon as we can.
That sounds good to me. All right, so next one, the Docker, we have number 10, Ufuk Guler, which is from Fayetteville, Georgia. He is a 3-location, 5-winning, 2 loyalty, 2 education. He doesn't have a storyline. He is a 3 value, and it's the high school sweetheart guy, and he's guaranteed an NBL son if he goes pro. And you want to pitch him on service amenities for families on campus.
Well, I had this guy as a Georgia lock.
Yeah, I mean,
before the storyline and probably still after it. I'm sure.
Dogwood is married. I think he knows what to do.
Yeah, exactly. And he made the finals last year. And the only thing that I will hear some people say is he lost a lot of guys. I don't know if I care because Georgia always brings in a stellar class. They will be good. They will be up there. I don't know if you could argue against that on the winning.
Yeah.
You know, Georgia always wins. So,
for sure.
You know, we'll see. Wants to play in a tough conference. The SEC is
arguably
at the moment,
best conference.
I believe, the toughest conference, right? 3 of the 4 Final Four members. Like that's looks good to me. So, if that's a winning trait, easy money for Georgia.
Yeah, and then obviously he'll win 3-location, no problem.
Yeah, Fayetteville. Yeah, absolutely.
Next up we got
the next guy, another Georgia guy,
but he's only 1 location. It's Ryan Bagan from Athens. He's a 2 pro potential, 5 playing time, 3 prestige, 4 campus life, and he also has a storyline. His storyline is that he's the bad luck, good luck guy.
Which also kind of plays into Georgia, doesn't it?
I was going to say Brock because Brock had the Jeff Jackson incident.
That's okay. I think Pye should pitch this guy.
Yeah, Benny Gentry.
Because it's the Benny Gentry Jr. incident. That was great. That was too bad. But and then I mean, good luck, bad luck. Yeah, he has had some good prog luck as well.
I'd say this is kind of like the Shaquille Ellis of last year. It's a high playing time value with not that much of anything else apart from campus life, which anyone can pitch. So I feel like this is going to be another wide open guy.
Louisville also has only 1 scholarship.
Oh yeah,
so
and they
that
kill
wide open over there.
For sure.
But if any team that feels that they've had bad prog luck should maybe take a look. I don't know, because you can definitely you could definitely just use a personal anecdote of yourself as well, if you really needed to.
Yeah.
Instead of something in game. I don't know if it matters. I don't know if that would matter so much that it's not worded that way in in the storyline. So I would just say, if you feel like you've been very lucky and unlucky, write a pitch. It's only an 890. It's not that bad, right?
Yep. And next up we have Chris Winslow from Indianapolis. 5 location, 4 pro potential, 0 prestige. This is either Indiana or Purdue.
With 0 prestige?
Yeah. The location.
Yeah, because I think if you win the location and pro potential, then you win, right? Which of those two is closer to Indianapolis?
Let's take a look. It is Indiana. But it's very close. It's like within a few minutes of each other.
The only thing is, with Indiana, all those pros are Diglets.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the pros are Diglets. I don't think Bags can really compete with Block on pro potential. So he's got to win the 0 prestige, and if he's going up against
holy shit!
Indiana,
Okay,
only Purdue.
I just looked it up. It's both to get from Indianapolis to Bloomington and Indianapolis to Westfield Lafayette are both exactly 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Is that really? Oh my god! Somebody look up traffic patterns.
Bloomington is closer, but they have higher traffic.
Wow, that's interesting. Well,
might come into it might come into high school, because if any of these guys know the high school, that could give them an advantage.
Oh, Crispus Attucks High School? Let's see. It is right in the center of town.
Okay, so maybe not so much.
Mean anything. Good luck to both of you, Indiana and Purdue, on winning number 8.
Yeah.
We'll watch your career with great interest.
Number 7, Emmanuel Okuo. He is an international recruit from Pointe Noire, Congo. 2 location, 5 pro potential, 3 winning. That's it.
Yikes. Boston College, or Purdue, or Virginia. That's all I got.
Yeah. With
people that have had international players may win a little bit more, so that tips me to Boston College a little bit.
But really, I think it's any one of those 3 can win that.
Again, good luck to everyone, to both of you, Boston College and Purdue.
And Virginia, I guess.
And Virginia. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who's won recruit from the Congo.
Yeah, that's a new one. So good luck. I do want to say I like the because there's more every year so far. I like the additions of more interesting locales.
Yeah,
that players are from. And it's not just some Eastern European school or Eastern European country. Congo's cool. London, England's really cool. That seems unlikely, but it's really interesting.
Yeah, we have from Nigeria. We have from Toronto, from the Dominican Republic. We have a lot of guys.
Canadian. There should be way more Canadians, as far as I'm concerned, than there were.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really interesting. There should be a lot more Canadians. Australians as well.
St. Mary's.
There's a Panamanian kid.
There's a North Macedonian guy.
Wow.
Oh, shit, there's a bunch of Nigerian guys.
Yeah, actually. I just passed a bunch, yeah. Brampton, Ontario, Canada.
That's cool. Very close to Toronto.
Le Passage?
Which one is that? That's France? Or?
That's France, yeah. It's 172. Pierre Poirot.
Another
Turkish.
Burlington, Canada. That's another one very close to Toronto. So lots of GTA guys. We have a Turkey. We have a Benin.
There's France, Istanbul. This guy probably watched the Final Four last year.
Norway.
Alginet, Spain. Yeah, I like it. It's very cool, and gives a little variety to the international pitching. It's very fun.
Yeah, we got some guy from Kiev, Ukraine, Lithuania, more Australia guys, and then no one's gonna pitch the 0 star, so you can probably ignore that. We have a guy from we have a guy from Angola. That's interesting, but he's
cool.
He's $4.99, so no one's gonna pitch him. Anyways, number 6 is Chris Woodruff from Atlanta, Georgia. We have 3 top 10 Georgia recruits.
Hey, that's almost as interesting as all the New Jersey guys, but yeah.
2 location, 5 pro potential, 3 winning. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's wrong. Sorry. 2
Yeah,
location, 2 playing
yep,
time, 4 loyalty, 0 prestige, and 2 education.
yep, here we are with a 0 prestige once again.
I was gonna say Dogwood until I saw the 0 prestige.
Yeah, so once again, I've gone to the unusual suspects. Vandy, if they come back and pitch,
Mm.
that's a high loyalty, not super great prestige.
You know,
UCF,
I'd say if you, I'd say Duke Brood could probably pitch this guy because he just missed the NT. I think he could use that to his advantage.
okay. What about Cam at UCF?
Wow, that would work. It's relatively close. I don't see why not.
And St. John's, maybe.
Bit further.
It is a bit further. I mean, there's an easy airline connection.
Okay.
But I was looking at guys with high loyalty, but at not a great prestige school.
Memphis.
Uh, Memphis would work. I mean, Memphis does have the prestige from the past, but it is the distant past at this point.
Yeah.
So
It's been like, I think they last one like 15 years ago, and they've been just been on a downward spiral since.
that works.
Yeah. All right. Number 5, Devontae Curry. Another Devontae from Iowa, who's number 5. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah. Huxley, Iowa, that is. I don't know where that is in Iowa, but that's 2 pro
And this high
potential.
school is from where Caleb's from. That's cool.
Oh, shit. 2 pro potential, 5 playing time, 0 winning, 4 prestige, 2 education, 3 campus life. Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't have an idea. I have no clue who pitched this guy.
Yeah.
How is Louisville's prestige? That's my question.
They dropped
They're
this
not
year.
super high, right?
They have a 59 prestige, so they're like around 30th.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a team that didn't win that much,
I heard Indiana's also going for this guy too.
but it is prestigious. Like,
Hmm.
I don't think Indiana works.
But the 0 winning and 5 playing time doesn't work.
Okay, who's got no scholarships? Let's look at that now. Florida,
But no coach.
with no coach. Well, they'll get one. Illinois? No, it has to be high prestige.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 'cause Matt just did prestige rankings. The new VCU coach could pitch it.
New VCU coach. High prestige, 0 win. So yeah, Louisville. Because they missed the NT, right?
Yep.
After making it, that's pitchable. Michigan State.
Michigan State's not.
I've mixed it up. Can't be Michigan State.
Michigan has 7 open scholarships.
But they need a coach again.
Yeah. If they get a coach,
Right.
I'd say they wanted to be one of the favorites because it's top 10 prestige. They just made the Elite 8, but they are returning nobody.
Oh man.
I'd say if Hale was active, I'd give him the edge, but he's not.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to say anyone definitively. It could be anyone really.
Yeah.
With the right criteria, I can't think of anyone. To be quite honest.
No, I agree with you. Then we have a really interesting guy. He has 4 traits. Paul Leaf.
My God, I have the perfect guy, but he is full on scholarship.
Who would that be?
I have the perfect school. Brent.
Sorry, who?
At Wichita State. Brent at
Oh,
Wichita
yeah.
State.
Yeah, he has a sanction, so he can't fill
But
up
he
the
has
last
a
scholarship.
sanction. But that is almost perfect, right? They have high prestige, but haven't been winning.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, sorry, Brent.
He could cut a guy, I guess. There's one loyalty.
That doesn't really hurt his pitch for this guy. That's very true.
All right. Number 4 is.
Does he have anyone?
Let me check. I don't know. He has a bunch of them, but I don't know if they're I need to scroll all the way down to Wichita State.
Well,
Yes,
there's a good
yes.
chance that
Khalid
they're on
Bastfield.
scholarship.
Khalid Bastfield is a 54 overall and on scholarship. You can cut him and make space.
There you go, Brent.
You're
You're
welcome,
welcome.
Brett.
This is the last time I'll help you, Wichita State.
Fuck you. All right. Moving on. We have number 4, Paul Leith, a guard from Bristol, Connecticut. 0 location, 3 pro potential, 2 playing time, 3 winning, 4 loyalty, 4 prestige, 0 education, 3 campus life with 4 traits. That's
Well,
crazy.
as someone that once coached Hawaii in NCBCA, 0 location and 0 EDU is a Hawaii lock. I don't care what all the other ones are. Those are so easy to
And
win.
Hawaii can easily pitch loyalty and prestige, and they can pitch winning
Yeah.
because they return a bunch of guys. Yeah, I think this is Hawaii lock.
This is the most Hawaii recruit I've seen ever.
Now, I will take a look at the traits.
Except for a 5 local Hawaii recruit.
Let's take a look at the traits. Once played a bigger school. Is Hawaii a big school, like population?
I mean, no, but it's the biggest school in Hawaii.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay. The only other thing is that the winning trait is not that good for Bugatti, but other than that, this feels Bugatti.
Oh,
Awful.
wants to play at a school that has strong regular season.
He only went 22 and 12.
They won a lot of games, right?
He only went 22 and 12 in regular season play, which is not fantastic, but he can work around it.
He made the conference tournament finals.
Does the conference tournament count as regular season though?
I guess if it is regular season, you're right. Okay.
And obviously he'll kill the loyalty trait. He'll kill the prestige trait. Yeah, I do think that 90% this goes away.
It's the trait is on a 3.
Yeah.
So or the winning trait is on a 3. What all the traits on 3s? No, the prestige one's a 4.
But Hawaii is prestige.
He can win the prestige trait easily.
Yeah, I agree.
So again, I think this is so easy for Hawaii to win that it's not even funny.
Now we have Trey Chapo. He is from San Francisco, 4 pro potential, 5 playing time, 0 winning, 5 loyalty, 3 prestige, 3 education, 3 campus life, 5 storyline Minnesota legacy. And with no active Minnesota coach, this could go anywhere, I think.
Yeah, someone take Minnesota.
Please do.
Now, with that said, the traits do make this available to anyone if there is no Minnesota coach. Wants to know a role in the offense. That makes me think
Tulane. Tulane's very good at that.
Writes well for that kind of trait.
Wants to maximize his chance of second contract in NBL. That kind of makes it more PP merchant like big guys, but also coach on contract for his entire career makes it more open again.
Yeah, Pico just if I'm speaking with people I said, Pico just signed a 5-year contract, right?
Yeah. The 4 pro potential isn't great.
Auburn had a good season, didn't they?
No, Auburn was not very good.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
And they don't return. I think they have the worst returning talent in all of the SEC. They can pitch 0 winning.
Interesting. So yeah, really the only thing that they can that's a question mark there for Auburn would be a PP.
And I guess prestige too, but that's not as significant.
Yeah, but it's a 3. You can get around it.
Yeah.
Undecided major. And I know Pico also does decent on campus stuff for Auburn too. So
yeah,
it's 1590. Go nuts. But if someone takes Minnesota, your chances of winning drastically.
Yeah, they go through the roof. Yeah, because Minnesota is tailor-made. I mean, you have a shit ton of playing time. You have a shit ton of 0 winning. It's a good school educationally. It's got decent campus life, and the storyline. You'd win that guy if you go to Minnesota and you have some sort of prior history.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, okay.
Think about it, but if Minnesota comes in, you can just cross that up, probably.
Yeah. Dylan Barber, number 2, from Weirton, West Virginia. 0 location, 4 pro potential, 2 playing time, 2 winning, 2 education, 2 campus life. And now what's interesting is that it's not a 0 location, but Bugatti only has 1 open spot.
Well, I thought you were going to say what's interesting is it's a 0 location, Weirton, West Virginia, but this guy, I'm willing to bet that this is Sacramento, California. So you have a 0 location guy that the 20% of this value is all the way across the country from where he lives.
And I will say, Weirton, West Virginia, is in the North Panhandle of West Virginia, so it's sandwiched right between
Oh, that
Ohio
really weird
and
part near
Pennsylvania.
Wheeling?
Pardon?
Is it that really weird part near Wheeling?
It's no, it's like the northern. It's by a city called Steubenville, but yeah, it's literally it's a
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's just north of Wheeling, West Virginia.
yeah. So
And
it's the northern panel. It's right between Ohio and Pennsylvania.
so I mean that because of that, somewhere in the middle of the country, maybe if you're
Yeah,
good, if you're not Hawaii, because you're gonna get a good 80% on the 0, but maybe not so much of it on the Sacramento 20%. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. This is just a weird place
Before
for a
you start
0.
looking at the other ones, the 4 Pro potential, and all these twos.
Oregon State.
Oregon State works. I was gonna say a Creighton, a TCU,
The problem with
a
TCU doesn't recruit
Houston, maybe.
Woody doesn't recruit out of Texas, so it can't be TCU.
Oh, sorry. What? Say it again.
Woody doesn't recruit outside of Texas. He only gets Texas guys.
Oh,
So
okay. You're right. So Houston, maybe.
yeah, just
Creighton.
someplace that's far away from Sacramento and far away from West Virginia.
Although
Gonzaga.
it
I
doesn't have
actually
to
know
be so far away from
Gonzaga would be
Sacramento.
interesting. I think Gonzaga is interesting here.
That's yeah. Actually, it kind of is. Climate's not that different, but the distance is from West Virginia.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, that's an interesting shout. I mean, pro potential is good for Gonzaga.
For sure.
Winning's good. EDU is good. PCC3 is always as good on the campus life there as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you win the
yeah,
pro potential,
nice choice.
yeah. And then lastly, we
But yeah,
have
wide open.
the biggest shit show, Terrence Nelson from London, England. 2 winning, 2 loyalty, 0 prestige, 2 education, 5 campus life. He does have a trait. The trait is wants to hear about food options on the campus. There's going to be at least like 10. This is David Branch again. There's going to be like 10, 15 offers on this guy. Probably like at least 8 full length pitches, only a 690. Fuck, this is going to be crazy.
Well, our Tribune friend Zachel wrote a little article on
He
him,
did.
right? And he's got a couple of suggestions himself, right, in the article. Read it yourself, of course. It's in the news tab. But he said he's looking at Tennessee, Nebraska, himself at Cincinnati, Drake, Delaware, Santa Barbara, me, and Illinois State.
And then we also got the big bloods like Timmy, maybe. Timmy's always a good campus life pitcher. And he could probably get
Timmy, this is all the value set is tailor made for Timmy's thinking.
yeah.
So that's another interesting possibility.
I'll tell you that if Timmy wins this guy, there's going to be a lot of outrage once again. In my opinion.
Probably. That might get 2s taken away, I think. But
I like 2s. I want to keep 2s, honestly.
I have a lot of thoughts on this guy. But
his build isn't even that great. Like he's just well rounded. He's not a superstar anywhere. Like
honestly, I'm gonna let you talk more than me. I'm gonna keep myself a little tight-lipped on this guy.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this is a weird guy here. I mean, the London, England does make it weird in terms of the campus life, but I don't really know much about life in England or how that connects. Again, the 0 prestige at the open.
Is anyone cool in a castle?
Yeah, that would actually be interesting.
I don't know how because there's no Loke, so it's not like you're gonna compare this. You're not supposed to directly compare London
to
and
wherever
your campus town is, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to compare what the campus is like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And like a third of that trait is taken up by talk about food.
2/3, you mean?
But what really makes it weird is the 0 prestige. which if Timmy pitches, good luck, right?
Yeah.
If Plot pitches, which he wouldn't, right? He's already said.
Yeah, I don't think he's pitching this guy.
Like if you are in the top 10 in prestige, good luck, right? Like this, you'd have to win the campus life, but I can't see you winning 0 prestige, or like not winning, but you know what I mean. I can't see you not or making up enough ground
Yeah.
on prestige 0 prestige to win.
Now, I
Right?
will say a dark horse I have that wasn't mentioned. I think Georgetown could take a run at this guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me see their
Interesting.
situation. They have 1 open scholarship, so you can take a shot at this guy.
Yeah, especially since you have DVs to burn for him. Yeah, that's sure. Why not? That's the other thing. It's a 690. Like do your research, do a little take a little extra time, but like this
Yeah.
shouldn't take you more than like an hour and a half to come up with something, right? Maybe
Exactly.
that's me talking, but because I feel like I could probably knock something out in an hour and a half, but take some extra time because it's the number 1 recruit. But it's only 690.
I'll tell all of you right
who's
now,
out there,
I am not going for
go
this
for
guy.
yeah, who knows, right? This might be the most wide open number 1 recruit that you've seen in a long time. Certainly since I've been here.
Yes, me as
So
well.
go for it, right?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Because next year is going to be next year's number 1. We know it's Timmy Locke because number 1 next year is a Boston College legacy.
Oh, really?
Yep, Ivo Bendis.
What an interesting name that guy has.
Yeah, so I mean, let's keep it competitive for now because next year is not going to be so interesting at the top. But yeah, that just about wraps it up for today.
Any other thoughts you got on recruiting this year?
Well, I just want to say, have fun because there's a lot of open blue bloods, and if you're not a blue blood yourself, it's going to be, it might not be the most fun cycle for you.
Would you compare this, how this is, or how the landscape is laid? Would you compare this maybe to 2 cycles ago,
2064,
as opposed to last cycle?
I think it'll definitely be more competitive than last cycle because you remember I autoed 2 5-stars last year. I don't think it's happening again this year.
Maybe not. I don't think anyone's getting. I think you see maybe 1 for some schools. I really think that number 4 is an auto.
But I think there's still gonna be at least people that are trying to pitch it.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. But you know.
I mean, the only auto I can see is
this to 2 years ago, where a bunch of blue bloods had a lot of spots open, as opposed to last year where like Block only had 2.
Boston College had 1,
and Virginia didn't have that many, and so it seems like it's like a every other year kind of.
Yeah, so I think next year won't be too bad. I think.
So yeah, that's all I got. It should be an interesting cycle.
Yeah. I'd say the only like 100% lead pipe lock is LSU for 21 if he pitches.
That's right. Yes.
And but other than that, I think there's at least 1 or 2 competitors for every. I'm not the same. Like there's obviously some recruits that are more leaning towards others, but I do think that for all but 1 or 2 guys in this class, there's going to be at least some competition on it.
I'd agree with that. Should be another fun thing. And you think we're going to start probably next week at some point, right?
That would be my bet. No guarantees, but I think later next week is definitely a possibility as long as you guys can get the grad transfers out.
Yeah, and that should happen honestly in a day or 2 probably. So.
All right, awesome. Then the last thing we need to do is roll. The last thing we need to do would be roll the 2067 class which Lotus does before recruiting. That's basically the last thing we need to do.
Awesome.
So yeah, you want to close out the podcast with a few of your parting thoughts?
Parting thoughts? No, I'm just looking forward to getting into it again. This is always this is the most fun part of my month usually. So
yeah,
until it gets really stressful. But
Yeah.
I always look forward to it coming in for sure.
Yeah, recruiting is definitely. I think we can. Most of us can agree against probably the most fun part of NCBCA. Yeah. All right. Well, to whoever's listening to this, we appreciate it. We are happy that you were able to listen through this hour and 50-minute podcast, and we'll be delivering more content throughout the rest of the cycle. So thank you for listening, and have a good rest of your day.
See you later.